Okay, today we'll discuss how to round off correct to the one decimal place. If not, first decimal place. So we first will identify the place value. Right. So before we identify the place value, we'll read this number. First one, 23.41. Next, 47.57. So we'll identify the place value. So here, unit, if not ones. Here, tens. So after decimal, the first number, tenth. The second number we call hundredth. If not, we call first decimal place, second decimal place. Okay, today we are going to round off to the one decimal place, first decimal place. So what is first decimal place here? 4. So when we round off the first decimal place, we have to consider the next door value. That means 100 value. It's 1. If the number is less than 5, when you round off, we have to write the answer as it is. That means 23.41. When you round off, it's 23.4. Next one. 47.57. So what the first decimal place is 5. You have to consider the next door value, 7. If the number is 5 or more than, you have to add 1 to the 10th place. That means 7 is more than 5. You have to add 1. When you round off, it's 47.6. Okay, let's do this exercise. We'll round off these numbers to the first decimal place. The first one, 6.437. The first decimal is 4. You have to consider 3. It's less than 5. When you round off, 6.4. Next one, 3.75. The first decimal is 7. You have to consider next door value 5. It's more than 5. Then when you round off to the first decimal, it's 3.8. Next one, 4.99. The first decimal is 9. You have to consider the next door value 9. It's more than 5. So when you add 1, it becomes 10. So we cannot write 10 here. The maximum number is 0. Then you have to give 1 to the unit. Then the answer 5.0. If not, you can write as 5. 32.03. First decimal is 0. You have to consider 3 less than 5. So when you round off, 32.0. 0.08. The first decimal is 0. You have to consider 8. The next value. It's more than 5. When you round off, then 0.1. Next one, 7.01. First decimal is 0. You have to consider the next door value 1. Less than 5. When you round off, 7.0. Right. So let's look at G. 5.365. First decimal is 3. You have to consider 6. It's more than 5. When you round off, 5.4. H. 18.355. First decimal is 3. You have to consider 5. If 5 is more than, so you have to add 1. 18.4. Next one, 453.98. So first decimal is 9. You have to consider 8. It's more than 5. So when you add 1, it becomes 10. So we keep 0 and we have to bring 1 here. Then answer 454.0. If not, you can write 454. Next one, 6.007. First decimal is 0. The next door value also 0, so less than 5. When you round off, 6.0. If not, 6. 8.89. First decimal 8. Next door value is also 8. It's more than 5. When it is 5, you have to add 1. It is more than 5. Then answer 8.9. The last one, 52.95. First decimal is 9. Consider the next door value 5, more than 5. So when you round off, here it's 10, then you have to add 1 here, 53.0, or it's 53.